Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we have some breaking news, or news that I wasn't aware of. One of my favorite cartoon shows, The Boondocks on HBO Max revival, is dead. Confirmed star. Yes, they are not revamping and bringing back The Boondocks. So let's get into it. It says star Cedric Yarbrough confirms that the Boondocks HBO Max revival is dead as Sony has pulled the plug on the adult animated comedy. Star Cedric Yarbrough confirms that the Boondocks HBO Max revival is dead as Sony has pulled the plug on the adult animated comedy. Based off of the comic strip of the same name, the series revolves around Riley, Huey, and Granddad Freeman, a dysfunctional black family who move into the affluent white suburb of Woodcrest following the death of the kids' parents. The trio struggle to navigate their new cultural and social area while also trying not to kill each other. Regina King led the cast of the Boondocks as both Riley and Huey, alongside John Witherspoon as Granddad, Cedric Yarbrough as their neighbor Tom DuBois, Jill Talley as his wife Sarah, and Gary Anthony Williams as the bizarre Uncle Ruckus. With comic creator Aaron McGruder at the helm for all but its final season, the series received both rave reviews and criticism throughout its run on Adult Swim for its sharp satire and political and social commentary, landing on many lists for Best Animated Series. Those hungry for more were treated to exciting news in 2018 that the Boondocks would be getting a 2-season revival at HBO Max, though it appears that may no longer be the case. While appearing on the latest episode of One-on-One with Deuces, Cedric Yarbrough has confirmed that the Boondocks HBO Max revival is dead. The star stated that Sony elected to pull the plug on the project, much to his disappointment, but that he still is holding hope that the show can come back. See what Yarbrough said below. I hate to say this, but the show is right now not coming back. I don't know if this is breaking news, but we've wanting to do the show, and Sony, they decided they're going to pull the plug, so I don't know. Hopefully, maybe one day we will be able to revisit. If we don't, then that's what it is, but I wish the show was coming back. Yarbrough's statement that the Boondocks HBO Max revival being dead is sure to come as a disappointment to fans who were hoping to see more of the Freeman family antics. It may also not come as much of a surprise that the revival is no longer in the works, given the rocky path McGruder encountered in trying to continue the property following the show's original conclusion, including a Kickstarter campaign for an Uncle Ruckus live-action movie that didn't get off the ground after falling short of its budget goals. Additionally, the revival's production ran into a major speed bump when John Witherspoon passed in late 2019, leaving the producers uncertain on how to proceed with the show. With Yarbrough stating Sony pulled the plug on the Boondocks HBO Max revival, it seems possible Witherspoon's passing and Regina King's increasingly busy schedule are key factors in the project's cancellation. It does come as somewhat of a surprise given that it had received a 2-season order from the streaming platform and was being poised to help establish an adult animated fan base for it. While the revival may not be moving forward, audiences can revisit the original Boondocks streaming in full on HBO Max now. Aw, man, I am so agitated. Like, what is going on? I understand with the death of John Witherspoon, but I still felt as though they could still bring on an older black actor to do a good job, a good representation of Granddad. And I'm sure Regina King would have time to do some voiceovers as Huey and Riley, even with her busy schedule. I'm sure of it. I'm just very disappointed because it seems as though HBO gives other shows a chance, gives other shows second, third, fourth, fifth seasons that don't even get as good of a ratings. But now we've had Lovecraft Country, now we've had Boondocks, black shows, black creators, black actors not getting the opportunities and not being renewed for future seasons. And this was even announced as a 2-season order. So what's really good with HBO Max, Sony? Like, what is really good? What is going on? Why are we pulling the plug on black shows so quickly? And not only that, black shows, black programming that is high in ratings, that has high engagement, that is trending all the time on social media, that has built a large fan base. Why are we pulling the plug on those shows? but we're giving other shows that don't have the same amount of ratings, that don't have the same amount of buzz, that don't trend like these other shows, but we'll give them millions and millions of seasons. And it's mediocre at best. Why is that happening? I'm very disappointed in this because I was looking forward to the revival. I'm a huge Boondocks fan. Who are the Boondocks fans here? Please let me know in the comments. I definitely think they could have revamped the show. I think they're giving a cop-out excuse. I think it's BS. I do not think, because if they were so upset about John Witherspoon passing away when he did, then why was the show still on? Why was the reboot still on for a few years later? Why was that the case? That sounds like fake news to me. That sounds like an excuse. That sounds like they're just trying to say anything to make it as though that is a reason. And I'm sure Regina King would have liked to do, it seemed like she enjoyed doing the role. So I doubt that she was going to back out of this. Because why would they greenlight this if Regina King wasn't available when she's the main characters? So it's just very suspicious that they just pull the plug like this, knowing the fan base that the Boondocks has, knowing the excitement and how everybody couldn't wait for this show to come back. And then to get a 2-season order, do you know how hard it is to just get a 2-season order right off the bat? People barely get pilots to move forward, let alone a season or 2-season order right off the bat. That's what tells me something else is weird. Something else is going on. Either somebody did not want another Black show on their platform to progress, to succeed, because this feels like it's sabotage. It feels completely like it is sabotage. Because John Witherspoon, he passed away, late 2019? If you were concerned, if you were that concerned about fulfilling the role of granddad at the end of 2018, why are you waiting until 2022 to announce this cancellation? Wouldn't you have immediately announced it first thing in 2020? That's why something in the milk isn't clean. Something is not making sense. You don't just get an order for a 2-season show and then just pull the plug like this. That doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen like this. And this is awful. I really am hoping that there's a significant amount of backlash to where another network, another streaming platform, maybe Netflix or Hulu or somebody else can pick up this show. Because it's a complete disservice to the fans to, have all of this greenlit for 2 seasons back in, a few years ago, and then to just randomly pull the plug like this with no explanation, and you're trying to blame John Witherspoon's death and Regina King being busy as an excuse, but you didn't have that same energy a few years ago when it was announced. You didn't have that same energy when John Witherspoon passed away. So what's really good? What's really going on? What is the real reason that you did not want this show to come back after green lighting 2 seasons for it to be revived on a streaming platform, on your streaming platform, HBO Max? Why? Please let me know what you guys think about this. I'm pissed because I don't understand why this happened. This was completely unnecessary. They have a huge fan base for the Boondocks. Huge. So this is completely insane. This is completely insane. Please let me know what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about the abrupt pulling of the plug of the 2-season order of the Boondocks? And giving the excuse of John Witherspoon's death in 2018 and Regina King being, quote, busy as a reason that you're pulling the plug on February 2022. Make it make sense. You would have pulled the plug in January of 2020 if that was really the energy. So something else is up, something else is going on with these corporations, and we need to get to the bottom of it. Because I don't buy what they're selling. I do not buy what they're selling. I think this is a cop-out. I think they are covering up something. I think they don't want these black shows to succeed. And I think that's what it is. Shows that have too much popularity, that are doing too well in the ratings, that are, created by black creators and everything else, that are doing numbers and trending on social media over their mediocre shows is a problem for them. And I think that's really what it is, because nothing else makes sense. You don't just pull the plug like this on a 2-season order where people barely can get a pilot approved. So something else is in the water, and we're going to get to the bottom of it one way or the other. So that's on that. So please let me know what you guys think. What are your guys' thoughts on this abrupt cancellation and the cop-out excuse that they're giving? Please let me know in the comments. Those of you, if it's your first time viewing my channel, welcome. Please check out my playlist and other things that I've discussed on this channel. Also, those of you who are my subscribers, my followers, supporters, thank you so much for all of your support. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.